Do you ever feel like you're visualizing every day? You're doing the affirmations. You're imagining that the goal's already done, but you're still not seeing the result. Here's exactly why. When you imagine your goal is already done, you go somewhere psychologically that you've not yet been to physically. And that inner movement, that's what causes the outer result. And this right here, that changed absolutely everything for me. And it's exactly what Neville Goddard taught. So let's break this down. When I first got into this work, when I first got introduced to this material, I was earning £15,000 a year. And I was visualizing every morning. I was using my imagination to see myself with the money, with the freedom, with the options. But deep down, I was still thinking about the goal instead of from the goal. And Neville Goddard, I absolutely love Neville. You know, he said it perfectly. He said that your assumption places you psychologically where you've not yet been physically. And that hit me. I was like, oh my God, because I realized that I was still anchored in my current circumstances. So, in other words, I hadn't yet mentally moved to the place that I wanted to be. And that's the exact mistake that most people are making. And here's the brutal truth. Your subconscious mind does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you assume. So in other words, you don't get what you want. You get what you assume you already have or what you already are. So when you imagine a goal like hitting 10K plus a month and living with that time freedom, and you actually feel like deep down on a subconscious level that that is already done, then you're not just visualizing, you're rehearsing, you're installing a new inner GPS, as I like to say. And in that moment, you've gone somewhere psychologically in your mind that your body just hasn't caught up to yet. And that's where all manifestation begins. Not in the moment of the action, but in the moment of the assumption. Because it's these psychological forward motions that produce your physical forward motions within a period of time. So you've got to go there psychologically. Once you go there psychologically in your imagination, you've been somewhere, you've took your subconscious mind to a place in the future. Your physical body has to catch up with that, because when your inner world moves, your outer world has to catch up to it. And that's why Neville said to persist in the assumption of the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And that assumption, though false, if persisted in, it has to harden into fact. That's the law. And here's what happens when you start living from the goal. You naturally speak differently because you've already been there in your mind. You're going to spot opportunities faster because your subconscious mind starts filtering for the new version of you. And also another thing that happens is you stop trying to make it happen because you're being the person that it's already happened for. That is so good. So it's not about hustle. It's not about grinding. It's not about effort. It's not about hard work. It's about inner movement. Most people are trying to force physical actions, physical motion. But the real secret is to move psychologically first. Life is a psychological drama. So no wonder why these people feel stuck. And when I finally understood this, everything in my life changed. I started assuming that 10K a month is just normal for me. And I was doing that even before I was anywhere close to that number. Remember, I told you I was making 15K a year. And I was still assuming that I was making £10,000 plus every single month. And I would mentally rehearse every day what it felt like to live in abundance, to live in prosperity, to live in an opulent environment. I fly to Dubai on Monday, but years ago, I visualized like I was booking flights in Dubai. I started acting and investing like someone who was already that person. And reality started to catch up really fast. Now, I'm not saying it happened overnight, but I stopped looking for signs outside of myself and I started living from certainty. I started living from conviction. And that's the difference from the people that just read Neville Goddard's work and the people that actually understand how to implement it. So there's a few key takeaways that I want you to remember. Stop waiting for the outside result for you to feel different. Start feeling different now so the results can follow. Let me ask you this. If your goal was already done, how would you be thinking? How would you be moving? How would you be speaking? How would you be investing? I want you to go to that place now and I want you to stay there in your imagination. That's how you build a bridge of incident that leads to the exact results that you've been visualizing within your imagination. If this hit home, then here's what I want you to do. Comment below. I'm choosing to move there right now. Not next week, not in 10 minutes, right now. And if you're really serious about reprogramming your subconscious mind so you can attract £10,000 plus month. Download my 10K plus months breakthrough blueprint. You'll find the link in the pinned comment and in the description, and it's completely free, and it's going to show you how to live from your goal with clarity and precision. And if you enjoyed this video, if you found this valuable, don't forget to subscribe. I post a video every single day around this material. I'm telling you, this material works. Now, I know you already know about it, but this is something that I've realized over the last few years. There's a big difference between knowing something and implementing something. There's a big difference between knowing this material, knowing about my mentor Bob, knowing about Napoleon Hill, knowing about Neville, the law of attraction, affirmations. There's a big difference between knowing it and getting paid for it, attracting and implementing it. Because gathering information is going to do nothing. It's accountability and implementation that's going to get you the results that you want. I'm Joel McLeod. Have an absolutely fantastic day and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow.